Okay, would you stand with me? I'm going to go to the third thing called love. Remember, the first one is? Okay, stand with me. Okay, so let's see the first one. First one is speech. Second one, conduct. And then the third one is love. So here's how you show love. Now, a few months ago, I was in Egypt, and our tour guide was a very attractive young lady. She was showing us all these beautiful places in Egypt, all the pyramids and so on. Very, very amazing young lady. Knowledgeable at a young age. She knew her history. She knew her current affairs. So I was very, very, very much stunned by just her knowledge. After one of the stops, I went to her and I says, I just want to remember you. Can I have a picture with you? So typical, when you are impressed by someone and you want to show that they are close to you or you're close to them, you put your arm around them, right? So I said to her, come, and I tried to put my arm. She actually knocked my arm. I mean, she hit me and says, stop! I'm like, what's wrong? He says, in this culture, only if you are married to the person do you do that. I said, I love that culture. I want to impose it in this country for the sake of my wife. So the Egyptian hug, she showed me, she says, no, in Egypt, if you're hugging someone, you stand next to them and then you go like this. That's a hug. So you hug yourself. So from today onwards, by the powers vested in me, that's how you hug each other. So, okay, now hug the person next to you. Thank you. Wonderful, you're doing well. Okay, you may take your seats. Why do I want you to understand this concept? Notice love is high regard for others, leading to ensuring their welfare. Love, high regard for others. Well, most young people I know don't understand love. They think they do. They think they even know how to love. But I want to suggest to you, they are not in love with you. They are in love with themselves. Let me explain what I mean. Have you ever seen a young man write a letter to you and telling you they're in love with you? This is what they'll say. I'll buy you the biggest aeroplane. I'll walk the hottest desert. I will swim the deepest ocean. And I will walk the coldest snow in my love for you. And then they'll say, I'll come see you tomorrow if it doesn't rain. Oh, let's go back. They want to buy the biggest aeroplane with what? And they say, I'm going to walk the hottest desert. They've never walked out of town or anywhere. They say, I'll swim the deepest ocean. They can't even swim. They lie to you. And then this is what happens. This is what shocks me. You get that letter, you show it to his friend. He says, he loves me. No! He doesn't love you. He's in love with himself. You get a point. So you are not in love. You don't even know what love is. You know, I ask every young man I know, what kind of a girl do you want? I don't know if you've seen the wish list. It's impossible. You know, she must be slim, she must be trim, she must be smooth, she must be... I'm thinking, look at the girls around. Is there any girl like that around? But they come up with this list of a Naomi Campbell look-alike. And then when you look at the brother concerned, They have nothing going on. But this is the goal they want. No, you're not in love. You don't have high regard for the other. You have high regard for self. It's not love. It's not love. So mind when a guy tells you he loves you. Because the next thing he says, let me show you how much I love you. Now, when he's trying to show you how much he loves you, did he even ask if you are interested in how he wants to show you? I like spicy food. Anybody like me? Oh my goodness. Then there are some people who don't like any spicy food, like my wife. And, so I would make spicy food and I would say, enjoy this. She says, love, it's burning me. I'm like, what's wrong with it? This is great food. She said, but I don't like it like that. I'm like, oh. You see, high regard for others means I ask, what would you like? She says, lemon and herb, not extra hot. I can't handle extra hot. You can, I can't. So we've reached a compromise. We hit mild these days. You try mild. If you like spicy food, mild is like nothing, Yeah, my goodness. Where were you? So Christian love is the distinguishing mark of Christian life. Why? Think about it. If you have high regard for others, would there be anyone against you? Who would be against you? Why? You treat them with respect. In fact, you put them first before yourself. And you heard about a husband and a wife. The wife is crying and crying and crying. And her husband says, why are you crying? He says, no, you don't love me anymore. He says, when we first got married, you take the smaller piece of meat for yourself, and then you give me the big piece. Now you take the big piece and you give me the small piece. And she says, no, now you cook better. Human dignity, you see, you're not in love. Just love yourself. So human dignity is well preserved when we honor others like we want to be honored. That's why I love traveling and visiting other cultures and different countries in the world, because if you're an honored guest, what a privilege. I even spoke at an occasion once where I had VIP treatment. Oh my goodness. Have you ever experienced VIP treatment? Wait. Let me show you what it is all about. When you get VIP treatment, they pick you up from the airport through a VIP lounge, and you have people ministering to you. That's a Christian word. It means they're waiting upon you. And then they ask you if you're ready to now go. And you say, yes, I am. If you're not ready, they keep you there in the VIP lounge. And there's food there, by the way. So you eat, you enjoy. And then they say, are you ready to go? You say yes. And then they escort you to your car. They open the door and you sit in the back. And then they ask if you're comfortable. You say yes. Then the guy shuts the door. And then they drive you to wherever you're supposed to go, either your hotel room or the venue. Now, at the venue, when you get there, they walk into the room, check it out first to see if there's anything that might be threatening, and then they escort you to your seat. Now, even if you must go to the bathroom, they go with you. Now, they check it out first. If it needs to be cleaned, they clean it first. And then they stand at the door, so while you are there, no one can come in. Now you like it. I knew you don't know VIP, so you wouldn't like this thing. The terrible thing about VIP treatment is when you board your plane and you're going back home, it's over. Now I have to be with you guys. That's how we need to treat others, like VIPs. Now I want you to look at the person next to you and say to them, you are my VIP. I see it's hard for some of you. Very hard for some of you. But that's what human dignity is all about. Now, look at 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 8. 1 Peter 4, verse 8 says, above all. Ha! Did you hear that? What did he say? What must you do? Whoa. How? Now, most of you say, I'm in a deep relationship. No, you don't know deep. Now, when you think deep, you're just thinking of a boyfriend or girlfriend. No, it says love everybody, each other. That's the way. Now, that means we need to stop and connect properly. Do you know, all Christians I know lie at least once or twice or thrice a day, at least. Can I prove it? If I ask you, how are you? What do you say? Liar. Even if you're in hospital, which means you are hospitalized because you are not well, how are you? Fine. Well, what are you doing in hospital? So that means if you don't stop to deeply connect with someone, they're going to lie to you and you're going to lie to them. Because many times all it takes is to look at a guy and say, so how are you really? Then he says, they say I need kidney replacements. There's an artery in my heart that needs to be opened up. It's blocked some. And you're like, but this is a guy who said it was fine a few minutes ago. And he says, well, there's something else in my leg. And then you almost want to ask, is there anything that's not? Yeah. Do you stop long enough to truly love someone? Not to give them a hug because you want a hug. Have you noticed? Guys, brothers in the Lord, they like to give sisters hugs. But you never give brothers hugs. Yeah, you are not in love, man. You are in love with yourself. You need help. Repent. Okay, Francis Bacon says, a crowd is not company, and faces are but a gallery of pictures, and talk is tinkling cymbal where there's no love. Many of our ministries are like that. We are not connected in love. We just hang out together. Because why? A youth program has brought us together. And you stick to your friends, especially those that go to school with you. If anyone doesn't go to your school, you distance yourself. You are not in love. You need to understand what love is all about. So we need to talk about this. Look at Romans 13, verse 8. Let no debt remain outstanding. Now, most of you don't understand debt because you don't earn any money right now. But give yourself a few years. When you start working, you'll understand what debt is. And it's terrible to be in debt. Terrible. It is probably the biggest cause of depression in this country. You know what's even worse? To get married on debt. Oh, that's not good. But notice, let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. If you have to owe anyone anything, it must be the fact that you want to love them deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And then why? This is how we'll fulfill the law. Why? Jesus says the greatest law is to love God with all your strength, might, and heart, and so forth. But second is like it, to love your neighbor as yourself. As yourself. Are you ready to do that? To love and connect deeply. So we have to ask this question: what would you change today in order to love others? How? Deeply. Think about it. Some of you, it may mean you need to slow down when you ask people, how are you, to really find out how they are. Some of you may need to say, well, there are so many people at our youth group that I don't know. I just have a few people I connect with on Facebook. You know what the problem is with Facebook? You have friends that you don't even know. Huh? I'm on Facebook. I can be your friend today. Or actually, we won't be friends. You're just a face on my profile that will waste my time, because all you're going to post on your page is, I'm going to bed. How is that going to help me? Yeah? Yeah, I like you, or poke you. Poke. We are not friends. Friends are people you connect with deeply. And Facebook is lying to us because we think you're friends. I mean, I've seen some of your profiles. You have 4,000 friends. I'm like, you don't even have enough hours in a day to connect with them. How do you do that? So you brag, hey, look at me, I have so many friends. No, you don't. So what do you need to change? Some of you need to take out a whole lot of your friends off your Facebook page because it's wasting your time. So I want you to write down there what you need to change. Who do you need to connect with deeply? Okay, let's do that.